Hello, Paul Bullock from Concept Vehicle Leasing. Now, one of the questions I'm asked more often than not is, if I lease a new car or van, am I going to get charged for every bump, dent and scuff when the vehicle goes back at the end of its contract? Well, the truth is that it really does vary. Different leasing companies have a different approach to end of contract damage. The vast majority of leasing companies adhere to standards that are set by our industry trade association, the BVRLA, that's the British Vehicle Rental and Leasing Association. So the BVRLA have published a set of standards. They call it the Fair Wear and Tear Standard, and it goes into some detail about the kind of condition that you could expect when you return the vehicle at the end of a lease contract. Some leasing companies stick to the guide by the letter. Others take a more, fairer or more pragmatic approach, in that they'll only charge you for the damage if they're not expecting to fetch what they were going to originally fetch when the vehicle is sold and disposed of via auction. So perhaps a little bit of a fairer approach. From my perspective, I think it's common sense. If you were to go and buy a brand new car or van, and then 3 or 4 years later you look to sell that in the second-hand car or van market, and there's a big dent in the side, that means that you're going to lose £500 or £1,000 off the value of that vehicle, then the same rule applies to a lease vehicle. It's probably something that you're going to get charged for. But fair wear and tear is accepted at the end of contract, and so nobody's expecting these to be returned in showroom condition. So are the charges that you might expect fair and reasonable? Well, they really vary is the honest answer. Leasing companies where they can possibly look at a smart repair, a sort of minor polishing out of a scratch or a scuff, then the cost can be relatively small. Some leasing companies might charge body shop prices, which of course can be more expensive. You might have a charge for alloy wheels that are excessively scuffed. But I think the important thing to note there is that if you were to go and get those same wheels refurbished through one of the sort of wheel refurbishing specialists, then you can probably expect to pay the same kind of amount. So it might be worth considering whether you really need to get those things repaired before you send the vehicle back. How can I prevent those sort of damage recharges? Well, in business, prevention is better than cure. There are things that you can do to help make sure that you prevent these end of contract damages, recharges from occurring. Making sure that your drivers take responsibility for the condition of the vehicle. You know, that can be controlled through a simple company car policy, which is something that we can help and advise on. Equally, you might want to mandate that drivers give you a sort of routine report or inspection, and again we can help arrange that through our Odo fleet management platform. You know, with that situation, drivers have an app, they get a monthly or quarterly reminder, quick walk around the car, note any damage and submit a report, enabling you to take action to repair those items and deal with those, but also importantly that drivers take some accountability for their actions. So a couple of hot tips there for you, and hopefully a very helpful overview in how to prevent and manage those sort of end of contract condition requirements, and make sure that you're not going to get any unwelcome or nasty surprises at the end of the contract. So